All right, here we go. So we're going to be moving on down to example number 6. And now we're going to find the domain and range of the function. So it says use the graphing utility to find the domain and range of the function. And here it is. And so we're going to have our graphing calculators out ready to go. So let's go ahead and input this guy and see what kind of graph this looks like. So radical 9 minus x squared. All right. So if you're in a standard window, it's going to look like an oval. Okay, now this actually is a circle, and our viewing window sometimes makes it look kind of weird. So it's always best to go to the, if you actually want to get what the graph really looks like as far as it not being expanded to the left or to the right or something like that, like it's being stretched, go to the zoom button and go to where it says square. So 5, and then that should give us a nice circle now. See how that looks more like a circle now? Okay, and I think also, let me try this real quick. If you do zoom, and then maybe do, let's see, do a decimal. That looks like a nice circle too right there. So kind of like an oval there, but so different viewing windows may stretch it a little differently. So you just kind of have to be careful there. This is really not an oval. This is a semicircle, a half a circle here. Okay, so this is supposed to be a quick problem here, but let's just go through this. Let's find the domain, meaning what x values makes this graph up, or if you look at my special question again, what values of x are not true? Okay, well, we want to use our graph this time to drive our answer. So actually, we're not going to do it algebraically. But if you just look here, okay, look, this graph, you see how it's right here at -3, and then it goes over here to 3. So it goes from -3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and see how it doesn't go over here to 4 or 5. So we can kind of see here that really this is going to be our domain. It goes from -3 to 3. So one way that we can do our domain is like this. We can say x is in between -3 and 3. And actually, for that matter, I'm going to put lines right here because that means equal to, meaning I can plug in -3 right here. If I plug in -3, I get 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Square root of 0 is 0. So that's the point, -3, 0. So if it wasn't possible, though, to do, like say this gave me an undefined value, then I would not put the lines underneath it. So that would be my domain right here. And my range, let's talk about this. Well, look here. Now we're looking at the y values. Okay, look at just the y values right here. So what's the lowest y value that this graph goes to? Well, if you take this over to the y-axis, see how it starts at 0, and then it goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, and then it stops right here. So there's our y value. It goes from 0, it goes up to 1, 2, and then stops at 3. So we go from 0 to 3. Okay, so this would be our domain, and this right here would be our range. And just so you see here, we look at just the x-axis for our domain, and we want to know which ones or what values of x define our graph. Well, you could do it from -3 to 3. And then on the y-axis, it goes from negative or from 0 all the way up to 3. And that's our domain and range right there.